Is the project R53 Cooper S. Won it for £250. Purple, 115k. It is a Cat N from, are you ready for this? From that. That is what has made this car a Cat N. One other thing, got additional information here. Unable to open bonnet, windscreen damaged, number of keys 1, transmission fault, which is why this car has gone for so cheap. But I know how much these purple R53s are worth, and they're worth quite a bit of money when working, so I've bought it. And it's a manual. Gearboxes are fairly cheap for these. This is a facelift model, so the gearbox is about 200 quid. So 200 quid gearbox, that should sort the issue, but I am going to do some diag on it first just to make sure it's not a clutch. But yeah, the engine supposedly is alright. It's got a little chip in the windscreen there, but I'll get a windscreen repair kit. So yeah, this I think is a steal. It's had 3 owners, Cooper S, purple, 115k, and I won it for £250. Nuts. It is pissing it down, but I really want to show how good this fucking car looks. Right, you ready? Fuck me. That looks banging, alright. Pissing it down. Guys, I am excited because my Copart Mini has just arrived, and by the looks of it, it looks really good. Now, there is a few problems with it. One, bumper is damaged here, which has made it a Cat N. That is crash bar, so crash bar will need to be replaced. The bumper has popped out as well. Now, everything else in it seems to look alright. There's no rust under the lights, which are quite common on these. Open the boot. It has the CD player, which I didn't even know came with these, so I think this might be aftermarket. It has the original toolkit. By the looks of it, there's a little bit of corrosion, but no holes. Now, the other problem with this car is apparently the bonnet doesn't open, but I think we're about to find out that the bonnet does indeed open. It's just the hydraulic latches are bad. Now this does seem to, oh my god, it's been tampered with. Oh my god, yes. So that is a smaller pulley, I'm guessing a 15% because it's still got the stock intercooler. A John Cooper Works intercooler in fact, or cover. It's got an uprated wasted spark pack. The coolant ball appears to be leaking slightly. It has, oh my god, I think I've just bought a bargain and a half. Now let's just check how much oil's in this thing. Wow, that is very black. But it is full of oil. Let's give it a smell. Smells of oil. Now the other thing that I got told about when I bought this car is if we have a look over here, there's a slight chip in the windscreen just there, but apparently it does not drive. But the bloke that dropped the car off told me it does drive. Bit of lack appeal here. But yeah, the bloke I bought the car off told me, or the bloke that dropped the car off told me it drives, because he drove it onto my drive. Now there's a few things that are a little bit weird. Now I'm not too sure what this wire is. Wow, there's so much things on this. By the way, this is a facelift Mini. Now it's got oil in it, so it should fire up first try. Check the warning lights.
Oil change is due. That's probably why it's so black. All the lights are gone. There's how much fuel is in it? Oh my god, almost a full tank of fuel as well. Now there's an EML on. That's an issue. Not too sure what. This seems to be some sort of microphone for the phone that's there. Let's head to the back. Does appear to have a Miltec exhaust on it, Oh my god, this car's amazing. Right, let's see if it drives backwards and forwards. This is the real question. This is the real one. Clutch is almost gone. Right, in gear. Oh my god, it moves. Oh my god, it fucking moves, no way. They told me this car's not driving, that it doesn't drive. And I've just bought it. They told me the bonnet also doesn't open, but the bonnet opens. They told me it does not drive, and it is on there that it does not drive. I've just bought a facelift purple, by the way, a purple, which is very, 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 very rare in these. Facelift purple R53 Cooper S for 250 fucking pounds. Now the crash bar, that needs to be sorted. Bumper, gonna be sorted. We're gonna have a look into what is that EML. I have a feeling it's possibly just a lambda sensor, because nothing appears to be wrong down here. We also need to replace these bonnet struts. And, well, now that seems to be leaking. So I think the rocker cover has been cracked by how tight they're tying it down by. I have seen this happen before. When you tighten these down a little bit too tight, especially without these washers, it does seem to not want to go. Yeah, for example, the washers aren't there, which is making the oil leak. So that's an issue that can be solved easy. So it doesn't appear to be cracked, but these are all very, very loose. So once we get the washers on there, that oil leak will stop coming. That seems right. Mate, the car seems, and the bonnet struts are working at the moment. I can't believe it. Right, so I have just been out to the car and I have checked it all over. I didn't record any of it because I was on the phone to my mentor from work, but I have found a few things. So, road tested it. Drives, and the gearbox is fine. Clutch is a little bit on the weak side. That might need replacing. Next thing, crash bar is damaged behind the bumper, so it needs a new crash bar. The bonnet struts aren't strong, so they start falling down, but the bonnet works. All the lights work, washers work. I didn't check the horn. Heating don't work. The car had no coolant in it. So I topped it up and it took everything, like the whole 6 litres, something around that. Then I found out the coolant bottle is split down the middle and is pissing coolant out, and something near the radiator is leaking as well. But other than that, it's fine. So possibly a new rad if it's the rad, and a new bottle. About 50 quid for a rad if it's a rad, and a bottle £36. So, mate, it's fine, and it's got mods on it. It's got a Cavs smaller pulley on it. John Cooper Works intercooler, which I'm guessing is the same. I'm not too sure. And a Ultra airbox, like with a foam padding and everything. So, and a wasted spark pack. That is another issue. That I need little washers, little rubber washers to go on them, because it's currently just leaking air through the holes of it, because it's not tightened down properly because they didn't put the washers in it. So that needs to be done. Other than that, the car's fine. Bodywork ain't too bad. A bit of lacquer peel on the roof, literally just a spot that big, and that's it. So £200 and it's fixed. I don't think that's too bad.